The title of this module is Author's Purpose. Writers write to persuade, inform, or entertain. Students need to understand the deeper meaning behind author's purpose isn't just why the author wrote the piece, but how. This lesson will focus on helping students identify author's purpose in the areas of persuade, inform, and entertain. And for this lesson, we will be using the PI acronym. The students will discuss the three types, examine examples, and practice identifying. This will create base knowledge for them to apply these strategies to their own writing. The length of the support lesson is 15 minutes. Students should be familiar with the mentor text used and also have previous knowledge of the PI acronym. You'll want a wide variety of familiar mentor texts, a PI graphic, which you may already have, you may create as a class, or you may find many examples on the internet. Short story excerpts, whiteboard, pencils, chart paper, and formative assessment slips, also known as exit slips. The instructional sequence will take around 8 minutes. Writers write for different reasons. It's important for writers to show their purpose. Persuade, I'm trying to get you to do something. Inform, I'm writing to teach, and I'll need to include facts and information. Entertain, I'm writing for you to enjoy. Show several different familiar mentor texts to the students. Model your thinking with the students as you decide what category the text fits into, and make sure you cite specific evidence from the text as to why you are placing that text in that category. Keep the PI graphic in view for a visual cue. Here are some mentor text examples for each of the three categories that we are discussing in this lesson. Next, we'll move into teacher modeling. You can either generate a topic with the group, or you can have a topic pre-selected ahead of time. Teachers sometimes feel more comfortable selecting a topic ahead of time because it gives them a chance to mentally prep for their writing. Thinking aloud, you're going to demonstrate to the students how this topic could become a story idea for persuade, inform, and/or entertain. You obviously will not have enough time to write an entire story, so you'll just model your thinking and sketch out a brief synopsis so they can see how you will apply the purpose to the topic. The example I use here is for dogs. If I'm writing about the dog topic, I may write a persuasive story about why I need a dog, companionship, protection, etc. If I'm writing about dogs to inform, I may choose to write about border collies because I have a border collie and I've read about border collies. I know some facts, such as they're herding animals, they're intelligent, and they're loyal to the people who raise them. And if I'm writing an entertaining story about dogs, perhaps I'll choose a small moment, like the first time I took my puppy to obedience school. And I'll title my story Baxter Behaves. You want to give the students an idea of how you will apply each of these three strategies to that topic. For the active engagement portion, students will work with partners, and it will take around 4 minutes. You'll want to hand out either short text excerpts to each partnership or additionally previously read mentor texts that they are familiar with. Together, pairs must decide what the author's purpose was for writing that text, and they'll need to show evidence. When they've made a decision, they will tell their reason and show their evidence to the whole group for discussion. Before they leave to go back to their working spots, you'll want to link. Authors write with a purpose in mind. As you start or continue your writing today, think about what your purpose is for your reader. Are you trying to persuade, inform, or entertain? For the formative assessment portion, you'll want to have a short text excerpt on an exit slip. Hand one out to each student individually and ask them to tell you if it persuades, informs, or entertains. They can underline the evidence right on the excerpt for proof. There are several different modifications you can make to this lesson. If your students need more practice, you can of course repeat this lesson using different mentor texts and excerpts and new exit slips. You could also have students orally share a piece from their own writer's notebook to the group and explain what their purpose was and cite evidence. You can give the student partners a topic and have them, just like you did, generate a persuasive and informational and an entertainment idea for each. And you can also create a pie chart in your classroom where students can add storybook titles to each of the categories as they read books. And this is something that you can do all year for reinforcement. There are many additional resources available. There are several listed on the lesson template, and also there are several MAISA units that contain lessons that can be adapted for small group support in various areas of author's purpose. These are the anchor standards that are covered in this lesson.